That my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody with, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And some room to roam now. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41. Nobody ever wanted wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum, you know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The slot man in motion right. On 1st and 10, Mills. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Slot man moves right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. To the right side, complete to Escobar. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A 1st down throw for Mills. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bishop. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
They'll run here with Pierce. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Watson off play action. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The slot man in motion right. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. 3rd and goal, Mills. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they're left their first field goal attempt.
And this one is right through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Isaiah Oliver there on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Down coming. 59. 31.
Out of the gun, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mills. He finds his man, complete. That's Bishop. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. He's got it. It's Escobar. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Pierce. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they'll run again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Cole Kmet, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Room here to run. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, Mills again. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Mills on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. The slot man in motion right. Mills to the air again. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The center receiver here in motion right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Throwing, Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And the Texans are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Again, it's Mills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Cole Kmet in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Alert! 31! 55! Alert!
The final shot before the break, Watson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hey, you gotta stop.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Breaking through the drop, and that's Perrion Winfrey.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for it. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Slot man moves right. Mills to throw for it on 4th. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Mills now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Finding room at midfield. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Perrion Winfrey picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. The slot man in motion right. Another try after the first down sack. Mills to the right side, complete to Escobar. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mills. Then he finds Escobar, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Pierce. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right?
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Texans scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mills to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Fourth down, Mills. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round one. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Second down and 8. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 15-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go again with Pierce. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now Mills on 4th down. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. First down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they will take a knee here. fourth down, they'll try and run for it. They gave it to him in search of his third touchdown, but he's denied, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Shoves him away. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got a second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Watson. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And the Texans are moving on as we say.